Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Crows. Oh, man. Whoa. Sorry, I got a little bit of a cough. Probably eating a ton of rice didn't help. But, oh no. I'm catching COVID on air. Oh, man. I'll try to make it through tonight. I'm pretty sure I just got a little bit of a cold coming in. I want to know how everybody's doing tonight. How many people watching right now, and I'm genuinely curious, think that this video is about Louis Calibre being guilty on all counts of everything? Because there's a video by TJV that we're going to watch. It's like 8 minutes long. 8 minutes, 9 minutes long. Not that bad. We're going to go through it. And we're going to go through all of his points. We're going to go through the Google Doc on Louis. We're going to go through everything. And it should be a good night. Sen, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going, bro? How was your weekend?
Oh, it's been great.
Good.
Yeah, no, had a lot of fun stuff happen.
It's healthy.
Yeah. Jasmine had her rugby team over and they were doing a banquet downstairs. And so I got back from getting coffee and there's like all these girls are outside, right? And we have a cicada swarm, right?
Ugh.
Yeah. So I was watching them from inside, right, when I got back, and they'll talk for like 10 seconds. A cicada will land on one of them. They'll jump up screaming. They'll all sit back down, and 10 seconds later, another cicada lands on them.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They eventually moved it inside. I had not dealt with this. I just went upstairs and took a nap.
Oh, no.
There was
terrible. That's so bad.
There were too many women in the house. There were just too many. I gave up. I retreated to my bedroom, and I just slept the entire time. Actually, I had an edible first, and that really just put me out, and it was great.
Yeah, mellow.
Man, it was awesome. I think, I was watching like Shark Tank or something. Man, I fucking love Shark Tank.
Is that a series? That's a series, right? That's a series, right?
Yeah. It's a show. Mark Cuban and everybody. They invest in the companies.
I got it. All right. I've never heard of it, actually. That's why I'm wondering.
Sorry I haven't been around lately. Been busy with some military stuff and going to playoffs for soccer and such. Dude, Condor, you already told us that. You're good. I mean, like, I hope everything's going good with the military. But, like, you're totally okay.
Yeah. Going up is healthy.
Yeah, we miss you.
Yeah.
Hey, Kayla, I don't know if Aura gave you a link, but Kayla did a ton of research on this. So Kayla, if you want to jump in tonight, you totally should. Otherwise, we'll run with what you got. But I mean, like, you did, guys. Kayla did a ton of work on this. So
hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right, so let's
see. John stopping by?
He is. He apparently is doing a PF Chang run at like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean, PF Chang's pretty good, especially at night. Is Aura stopping by?
He should. I don't know what time he gets off work though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's that night. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. He does work today.
Okay. Looks like Kayla's going to be joining us. There should be a link in the War archives. I can send it to you directly too. Just let me know. But yeah. Hold on. What is this? What is this? sorry.
Roblox gamer.
Wait, what happened?
No, I'm saying hi to chat fucking Roblox gamers like, yo, Sen. I'm like, yo, what's up, bro?
Are Louis' exes in the clear or not? I always get confused on that part. Don't you worry. We'll go into all of it. We will go into all of it. All right, so John knew he was going to be late tonight, and so he gave me timestamps for TJV's video.
Oh, nice.
We'll watch the whole thing in full, but when it comes to one of his timestamps, we're going to stop. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
What do you think overall, though? Just your overall thoughts on how this should, just circulated back to this. What do you think?
wait, what you mean with like Louis, the allegations,
Yeah, because
TJ's
I thought the minor
video?
part was like cut, like it was pretty much clarified to not have been what initially people were saying it was. Like,
Well, okay, no. There are two different situations. There's Delirious and there's Louis. Okay. The situation with Delirious is that Delirious was tricked by his friends to get onto a call, right? And later was told that the girl was a minor, right? Now everybody says Delirious is clearly the victim in that situation, right? Like, okay, that's all fair. Like, that's pretty much what I think too. Then you jump into Louis' situation. Now, Louis has been gone from everything for like a year. Last year, after he had left, Cyan came out against him for him basically being a garbage person, right?
Yeah.
Not for sexual
misconduct,
assault or anything like that, but just being a bad person and talking to her poorly, right? And that's, again, if he's an asshole, he's an asshole, right?
Yeah, that's not being a criminal. Yeah,
exactly. Now, recently, and this is stuff that came up with all of the research we were doing, with the streams we were doing, with people coming forward, with me getting a source who I have been very kind in keeping their name private. I wish they had given me accurate information. But I have a feeling that they found somebody else to go to, which we'll talk about later as well. But those girls, Cyan basically goes to prison mate Luke, right? So she's working with prison mate Luke on this Google Doc, right? And all of a sudden in the Google Doc, you have this compilation of girls that have come out against Louis, right? And generally it is out of context statements on Twitter, out of context text messages, parts that have been clipped up. And I say it is important because, especially in the situation with Cyan did cheat on Louis, right?
Yeah.
When you have that context, you kind of know their conversations are probably going to be heated and not very nice, right?
Yep.
So when you're getting one side of the conversations, it's like, okay. And now that's kind of the issue with a lot of what the girls are showing when it comes to them, right? Because they've tried to claim like they're victims and this is the worst possible thing that ever happened to them. And it was harmful to their mental health, all this shit, right? But at the end of the day, what they have done is put together a file that makes him look like just a bad trash person, right? Not a criminal. And having seen some additional context on some of that stuff, all I can say is, I really don't trust those girls. But then you move into the start of their Google Doc, right? Which is basically accusing Louis of having inappropriate conversations with minors, right?
Yep.
And there are several issues with that, right? The first being that I have to trust that Cyan and the other girls who I already know are dishonest, who I've already seen messages where they're asking people to lie to make themselves look better, right? I have to trust that they're telling me the truth, and I don't.
You have to trust the people that are acting in bad faith. They're telling you the truth, right?
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, because first off, I thought Omrecker put Cyan into contact with prison mate Luke. No, prison mate Luke and Cyan were working together from the start. And I go like, you reach out to someone like Luke, right? Who is well known for running with any story of misconduct, right? Any story of misconduct, Luke is all over it. He will jump with whatever claim is out there. And he's been known to do that, and he's been called out recently for doing it. So, yeah, I find it a bit concerning that was the person that Cyan wanted to go to first to work on her Google Doc with, right? That's why when she dropped the Google Doc, Prismate Luke had a video ready to go because those two had been working together from the start. Then, you look at the stuff with Ohmwrecker. Yeah, I think Ohmwrecker's a piece of shit. I think Ohmwrecker clearly jumped in on this stuff because he did want to use those girls' stories for his own purpose. Mm-hmm. But you look at the conversations, and the girls are totally into it, right? They want to go and have their story out there. They want Delirious's name attached to shit. And the thing that gets really frustrating when you talk about them, they act as a group, but when you mention the things that group does, then you'll get Cyan complaining that that's not what I wanted. And I'm
detaching themselves from,
Yeah, I'm like, no, honey, you don't get to do that. You're part of this Discord group. That Discord group is plotting shit, and you're in there dropping comments as they're doing it. Like, you can say, well, I wasn't totally on board for it. Hey, fine, but you went along with it, right? Like, you don't get to separate yourself from all responsibility. So that's a couple of the problems I have with, their integrity and their honesty. So I have to trust them that the messages are legitimate. I have to trust them that the IDs that are heavily blurred out all belong to the same individual, that individual was having messages with Louis, and that this random individual whose name I don't even know is also not lying when they talk about how Louis was treating them, right? Which was essentially that Louis made them feel scared, but also that, and again, I have to trust everybody involved here, that she's saving videos and messages from like 5 or 6 years ago on Louis, and that that she told Louis of her age, which she says she has no proof that she ever did. I have to trust a lot of people who have proven themselves not to be very honest. I guess is my issue.
Well, Crow, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Like, why hard to trust them though?
Because I keep catching them in lies.
Also, based on the screenshots that we reviewed last time we streamed about them, right? That Ohm sent us, based on their screenshots, doesn't really look, it looks more like conspiracy. It looks like they're more planning shit. It looks like they're organizing shit to send. Do you ever notice that they did more prep for fucking drama alert in this doc than a police report? Not one fucking police report. You notice that?
Well, they
claim
really
suspicious to you?
They claim that they have gone to the police and that they have gone to the FBI, and the police said that they couldn't do anything. And I'm like, well, yeah, because what you really have
statute
here,
of limitations.
Well, not even that, but like what they actually have there are messages of him being mean to them.
Bring that up.
Yeah, like,
yes,
dude,
I know.
it's
that's what happens.
Yeah, no. Let me get the super chat. I'm sorry, casual observer. Thank you, buddy. Glad I was able to pop in for once. I'll stick around for a bit, but work's been kicking my ass. Love the growth. Love the channel. Thank you, buddy.
Dude, like, I'm gonna put this up. Look at fucking Onision. Hasn't been arrested for shit, and there's like more substantial shit against him than
That's a good point.
He's got mean messages. Like Onision flew somebody out, and you know what I mean, in a state where it was legal. Like, that's true. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. No, like I want to put that. I want to put that into, like, Onision has more shit against him, and it's not enough.
Well, I mean, again, right? Like, the most damning part of that Google Doc are just the allegations that he was doing things with minors. The girl who apparently came forward is saying that she's got all these messages saved, right? Of which they've cut certain things out, right? And that the one thing that she doesn't have is any proof that at any time she ever notified him of her age, right? And I've heard people try to make the argument that they believe her, and that even if she didn't notify him, which why wouldn't she? That it's on Louis to verify her age, right? And I'm like, okay. by that same logic, Delirious is a criminal, right? Because sure, we can argue that Delirious' friends set him up, right? But Delirious should have verified her age.
The
There
standards
you
are
go.
too fucking weird. The standards are too fucking weird. You know what I mean? Because like even if you try, right, what's going to stop the other party from like not telling the truth all the time? It happens with groupies all the time. Do you know who Kid Behind the Camera is? You know
No.
him?
No. Nope.
Sen, do you know him?
Nope.
Oh, Angry Grandpa? Don't know him either. All right. Anyway, yeah, Angry Grandpa passed away. Kid Behind the Camera is his son. He used to do the rage fucking content. His longtime girlfriend was underage when lied about it. It's underage. He had no idea. Found out when he had a party, and they're all like happy 18th birthday. What? Fuck. About her age.
Or keep cutting out, man.
Yeah. You okay, Aura?
You good?
Me.
I think he needs to take a little break. Until Aura, just speak. You've got your thing sorted out. Look. There, I see no reason to take those girls at their word at this point, just based on all the stuff that has come out of them just flat out lying, right? Seeing Cyan, who claims to be the most honest one out of all of them, right? Or at least that's the way it's presented to me. Then I see her going to Ohmwrecker and telling Ohmwrecker that Ohmwrecker needs to go lie to everybody about what the group is talking about because it's making the group look bad, right? That's someone who clearly considers what her actions are, right?
Yeah.
And look, at this point, I have to say that if what they have there are some messages. They have a girl who has not come forward, is completely anonymous. I have that anonymous person's statement. I'm supposed to take random anonymous person at their word. I have to take these girls at their word that they verified all of this, which I do not believe at all. Right?
Yeah.
And then, assuming that it is all legitimate, right? Assuming that everything is to be believed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I then have to trust that girl who's completely random and anonymous that she did notify Louis of her age, but that is the one message that she did not save. Everything else, videos, pictures, that's all good. But the
it's like that one thing would have been very, very helpful, right? It would have been like solidify the whole thing. It's like very inconvenient that they didn't have that, but they had everything else. So it's too coincidental, in my opinion.
No, I at that point I'm like, no, I just don't believe you, right? Yeah. Like at this point, I just don't believe you. Is it within the realm of possibility? Sure. I don't fucking believe you. I see no reason to believe you. I think anyone who believes you is making a fucking fool out of themselves, right? Because I keep seeing those girls make fools out of people. Look, when they had their surrogate reach out to me, right? I said, okay, look, I'm willing to believe you because I've seen Ohmwrecker be dishonest. You have these messages, right? I'm willing to believe you. How did that turn out? Like, how did that turn out? Turns out that girl, Cyan, took messages, again, completely out of context on fucking Ohmwrecker, which is what she did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has those messages sent to me, right? And then I find out later, not only is she lying, but she's telling other people to go around and lie on her behalf. I'm like,
yeah.
So I've got some, I have some issues trusting them. And I think it's fair that I have those issues.
I hate the whole thing that if you question them, though, they'll hide behind what is it? You're blaming or you're attacking the victims or something like that, right? We have not even confirmed that they're victims. You know what I mean? Like, how is it like, not everything is listen and believe, right? That's, I feel like on the internet, unfortunately, there's a dark corner a bit where people are like, yes, automatically listen and believe and all that stuff. And it's like shitty people hide behind certain things, right? And it protects them, and they weaponize it and they pull it out to defend themselves. But it's like at their core, you could just be shitting on them for being a bad person. You could be questioning them because things don't add up. But it's hard to get around that shield that, oh, you're attacking me because of my race, you're attacking me because of my gender, you're attacking me because I'm a victim, you're attacking me because I'm a woman. It's hard to get to the facts.
I'm attacking you because your story was shaky to begin with, and that's the price you pay for putting shit online. That's the price you fucking pay, and you should know that. That should be the first thing in your fucking mind. Like, people are going to come at me, and don't be fucking mad about it because your story is fucking weird and you didn't go about it the right way. So that's what happens. That's what happens all the time. There you go.
I mean, and I guess, because I watched TJV's video once, and I gotta say, right, I think it was John who was saying it, like, but I completely agree with him. Those girls have either reached out themselves or had somebody else reach out to TJV, supposedly. And I'm pretty sure that I'm just saying what I believe happened.
There you go.
Right?
Good. Yeah.
That's what I believe happened, because his stance on it is very emotional, right? Like, he has a very emotional stance on Louis. And it's one that if you really press him on it, it's not very grounded in anything factual, right? Why? Like, yeah, we can go into the video, but I think at one point, let me just check these notes here.
I sent you the drive, man. You have that actual drive if you want to just use that.
Well, we'll go through the actual drive as well, but I want to watch his video. But there's this one statement, right? It's like 2 minutes 56 seconds in. From all the other evidence, it seems like she's pretty reliable on this fact. And see, he says that, and I'm like, well, how did you get to her being reliable, right? I'm not trying to be a dick. I mean, but like, honestly, how did you get that she's a reliable narrator for you? When
Velocity HD, you can add fucking Louis fanboy there onto the fucking thing. That's true. Yeah, it's true. We get that all the time. Remember the Pyro fanboys? We're only defending him because we're Pyro fanboys. Remember that shit?
Yeah,
I never watched a Pyro video.
I don't know if did you guys see the Tommy C one where Tommy C actually met me and he was like the stupidest pyro cynical fanboy, and that was literally me.
yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
Well,
that was
awesome. And I didn't catch TJV's stream because I guess he followed up with a stream on this subject. I didn't catch it, but I was told that during the stream he got really pissy at somebody, and I guess called them a Louis fanboy. And I'm like, dude, you're literally bitching about Keemstar calling you fucking Thanos Guru. Yeah, Thanos fanboy. And you kind of lost it here on this person. It was, I don't think he was expecting it to go that way for him.
He may have been drunk.
Yeah, I mean something.
He may have been
like
drunk.
I was watching. I was just like,
he may have been drunk.
Yeah,
he took a card from Keemstar and played it.
Well, kind of,
because that is a Keemstar thing to do, though, right? Because remember,
it totally is.
Everybody pyro fanboys whenever they were questioning his logic, right?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. No, that's it is a very Keemstar.
It's just the go-to generally.
Yeah. But like that's the issue with this, right?
It's a very YouTuber thing to pull. Like, YouTubers do it all the time.
Yeah. But it's a weak argument, and he knows. It's a weak argument.
It's like, oh shit, my argument's falling apart. What can I do? Let's go for the character, right? That's what it basically is, right? I gotta divert attention from my argument falling apart, in front of everybody. So let's go and attack the character instead. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people love anonymity, and I can see why. Because here's the thing: if you have anonymity, you can't get character attack when your arguments are winning. Right? When you're winning your battles and your arguments, I'm like, I get it. Like, that's good. That's smart. But yeah, definitely not a good move by, I think, TJB or Keem. But Keem is Keem, so he can get away with it because he's Keem.
Pretty much. I mean, I like that you're not wrong about that.
Yeah, it's clicking.
But no, like it's. I've gone through it, and I'm like, dude, I think that his take on it is really funny because it reminds me a lot of Ohmwrecker's take on Van Oscar, right? Because Ohmwrecker, what's he say every single time? I believe the girls, right? And anytime you criticize him and you call him out on his bullshit, he's like, why would you do this? He goes, well, I believe the girls. And I'm like,
why though?
Yeah, but why though, right? Like it's
but
something.
Why that gender? Like, why
they
that gender specifically?
Yeah, like but the thing is, TJV's response on a lot of the stuff seems to be like, well, I believe those girls, right? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, but why though? Like,
but why though? Okay, let's go into his video because I'm putting a lot of words in the guy's mouth.
Yeah, let's be fair.
Okay, so I want to play the whole thing in full, but our first timestamp's about 2 minutes in. So let me go about a minute and a half. And increase our speed.
We had sent her explicit pictures while knowing she was underage. This tweet ends up showing a young girl has reached out to me because she was too scared to say anything, but I will use my platform for her.
I hate that right off the bat.
Because of that image on the phone?
Well, the image on the phone, first of all, is disingenuous as shit. That's like made to look worse than what it is. But I hate the fact that the fucking so-called victim just randomly reached out to Cyan instead of anybody else. Like, why Cyan? Why did you go to why did you go to somebody?
She's prepping the narrative. That's why.
Like, why are you going to go to somebody on social media to blast it out for you? Why don't you just go to the police? Go to your parents, go to like anybody, counselor, fucking street fucking cop. I don't know, mall cop, go to anybody else but Cyan. Why? Why Cyan?
Because she's the one signal boosting this shit, right?
Well, yeah, I would say because Cyan about a year ago was the one that, really took a hatchet onto Louis' reputation when Louis had left, right? So she wants somebody to like advocate
that's my problem.
for her. I am with you 100%, right? Because when we talk about
why did Cyan not take it to the police?
Well, yeah, when we talk about like why I don't trust these girls, for one, I do not believe them at all when they claim that they've actually tried going to the cops, because one of the responses I got when I asked, has anyone gone to the police? It was, oh, they have a family member who's a cop and they said there was nothing they could do about it. I'm like, okay, so they didn't go to the police. They went to a family member who told them they couldn't do anything. In their own words. That's not a police report.
Ohm said that the FBI is involved. What the fuck? There's so much confliction all over the place.
They claim the same thing with the FBI. Remember the situation with Geeky Pixie, right? We criticized that group that was involved in, letting that person kind of do their own thing. And, we talked about, we bring up Cybertip all the time. One of the little fucking troglodytes there then said that they called Cybertip and they filed a report with Cybertip. And I'm like, Cybertip's an online service. There's no phone number to call. So like that's the thing. It's just become something that they say, right? Hey, why didn't you go to the cops? Well, I did. They said that they couldn't do anything. So I went to social media, right? And like when we talk about like these girls being dishonest as shit, right? This photo of Louis that she's calling an unsolicited dick pic. There's no dick. He's wearing boxers. In the photo.
He's wearing there's no dick. Yeah,
well,
that's already disingenuous.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Why would they do that though? Why would they do that?
To push a narrative.
To make it look worse?
Yeah.
My problem with that, to me, that destroys everything they fucking say, because that's already.
It's literally I don't know who did that.
Yeah.
It's a lie. I don't know if Cyan did that or the supposed victim did that, because I don't know shit about this victim. This victim could be fake for all I know. Like to this day, this victim is nameless. The victim has no fucking voice. It's like this victim is being puppeted and parroted by these fucking women that have an axe to grind. Who drew that fucking bullshit picture? Who like made it out to look like it was a fucking nude sent? Who did that?
I don't know. Who could it have been?
Well, I already have like a criticism of this as well, because it's like this could be a completely different person doing this, like messaging Cyan, because it's like the thing is, and we'll maybe get into it later, but if you notice like the white bars around the picture, that is a screenshot probably sent via Snapchat, because all this is done on Snapchat. So the white bars along that picture, that was sent to somebody else via Snapchat. And they like took a screenshot of that screenshot that was sent, because there's a video of this, and that the screenshot here it's a screenshot of it. So already I don't even know if the person that Cyan has been talking to was the original person, if there was an original person.
That's what I'm saying. Remember how we said it was like conspiratorial and malicious?
She is claiming that she has verified this person's identity.
Yeah, the third hand photo, the one with the picture of Louis, just to confirm. Yeah, that's the picture of Louis I'm referring to.
Yeah, like I'm just like, first off, you're right about it being a snapshot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But also like this girl is claiming that she's verified the identity of the individual, right? And I'm like, for one, how, right? I just want to know how you did that. But two, like, if the person that went to Cyan is the one who blurred out that image to make it look like it was a nude, right? Then Cyan's quote unquote victim, right? The one that came to her is a liar, is dishonest, and got Cyan to go out on Twitter and lie on her behalf. Or Cyan saw the photo, decided to blur it herself, and called it an unsolicited dick pic, in which case you can't trust Cyan. But seeing as Cyan wants me to trust this girl, one of them is a liar. And this keeps on happening with that fucking group, right? Between her, Sarah, and Kyla, the girl who is mentally unwell. And that's not me being insulting. That is a fact, right?
Yep.
And you hear how I'm not saying allegedly with that, right? It is a fact. She is mentally unwell. I keep catching those three girls in one lie after another, one dishonest statement after another, them being completely harebrained and stupid in their scheming, right? And them going to people like Ohmwrecker, like fucking Prismate Luke. And you know what? I understand Ohmwrecker reached out to them first, right? I get that. But they wanted Ohmwrecker involved.
Dude,
right?
they were building a fucking Google Doc for a minute. You know, some of that shit was put in there since like fucking January. You could look at the dates shit was being set up. You know, they were presenting this shit to keep, like I said, this is more effort to put it into social, social fucking court of opinion to go to Keemstar or H3H3. Who gives a shit who you go to? You're putting more effort to put this online than to put it in the hands of the authorities or any authoritative figure. Wouldn't it make sense to do that and then fucking blast it on the internet? Go ahead, Kayla.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, apparently this is the anniversary of the first time that this thing happened, because according to the tweet that we're currently looking at, this was June 23rd, 2020. So they tried this a year ago.
Yes, this was a year ago. Yeah. This is a year-old accusation that resurfaced.
Then they're like, oh, we're here again with Ohm, who, of course, also apparently starts annual drama with everyone he streams with. Yeah.
So keep all this in mind when we're looking at this evidence, everybody. This quote-unquote evidence. Keep this in mind, you know? So keep going, Crow. Keep going.
So just again, somebody blurred that photo, which is not a nude, and Cyan is calling it unsolicited dick pics, right?
Right.
The guy,
and there's no dick.
Because he's wearing boxers in the photo.
There's no dick.
Yeah.
Can confirm Louis has no dick. Hey. No.
That's true. He doesn't. I don't.
That was good.
Yeah. Accusation, another one. You know, I mean, show it.
His pants are on. His pants are on.
Prove it. No, don't.
Well, don't worry. It's gonna pop up later in the video. It's gonna pop up later in the video.
No more puns.
So again, somebody manipulated that image in order to claim that Louis was sending unsolicited dick pics to minors, right? We know that wasn't a dick pic. We know that somebody lied about it. Either Cyan, who I've already seen has gone to people and asked them to lie on her behalf, right? Either she's lying, or this girl that went to Cyan with this information manipulated a photo and got Cyan to go and lie on her behalf. Either way, one of them is completely dishonest. Going back to that group, though, and when we talk about the shit with Delirious in them, right? When Delirious's name got brought up, they were excited about it. They were excited that Keemstar was going to look into it.
Mm-hmm. They were fine with the Google Doc having everybody, like, Wildcat.
They went.
Menace crew.
They went to prison mate Luke to work on the Google Doc,
Right?
Which again includes other individuals. So it wasn't just about Louis, right? And again, you look at Cyan. I'm like, Cyan looks fucking obsessed with Louis. And I have to listen to these girls, and they talk about how he was like the worst thing for them, and how it's traumatizing for them, and all this other shit. And I'm like, the guy's gone, and you are still screaming his name. So obviously, you want attention. You don't want to be left alone.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Louis sexually harassed her when she was 15, and he knew she was 15, and sent her unsolicited pics/videos. I am so sorry if this has happened to anyone else. This is the victim right here coming out, explaining the whole situation that she's had with Louis, and sending her proof as well.
Yeah.
Is that the DMs with Cyan and the victim right there? Did the victim censor it like that?
Well, Cyan could have posted it and censored it. I do not know if the person censored it themselves, because, like I said, and this is also screenshot. So I don't know if the person who sent this screenshot to this other person censored it. If Cyan censored it, I don't know who censored the picture.
Okay, yeah, that's
the one thing. Also, a note at the very bottom right there, if you want to keep note of this, the alleged 15 to 16-year-old, because the age has changed as well. I'd like to say that at no point did I expose myself to him. It pretty much goes on to say, it shows later, goes on to say that, like, oh, I didn't do anything to like warrant this stuff ever. So I don't know too many people who just go around sending shirtless pictures of themselves or anything else to just random people, just for the funsies of it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I'm just kind of like, there's just so many, like, I just question everything.
Yeah.
Two things. We got a $50 super chat, and John sent you a fucking DM.
All right. Zombie Fox, thank you for the super chat. Really thank you for the super chat. Record hasn't said anything for almost a week on Twitter. Just want your honest opinion here. Do you think he gave up, or is he trying to work on a video showing the evidence, or is he pretending his stunt never happened? I think that he's at the point.
Yeah. I think he gave up too.
I think he gave up. I think he's going to pretend it never happened, and he'll be back in a year calling somebody else out.
I think also if he does make a video, it'll make him look very hypocritical with the DMs, according to the DMs with Crow, that the content shouldn't be made.
Oh my gosh! I swear to God, if he makes the video, I will record his entire video, and over him talking, I'm just gonna have the DM where he complains about how people should not be public about this anymore.
What song are you gonna pick to play over it?
Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Over there. So there you go, Zombie. I think he gave up. I think it's in his best interest to give up.
Yeah. Okay. So, what did John send me?
The DM. It's a screenshot.
Oh.
DM.
Okay.
So you could see it better, I guess.
Yeah, like all I can see is, please, and can I show you the picture proof? I'm too uncomfortable posting it on my page. Yes, you can. Whatever you're comfortable with, I will share your story. So I think the person that sent her the image censored it based on the conversation there, but I can't tell, and I just don't trust anybody involved. I just don't.
It's safe to assume.
Yeah. It is, but like, don't trust.
Well, now, before anyone jumps upon that person, that is real. That picture is of Louis, and I'll get more into why it definitely is Louis later on in this video. The Google document.
Okay, so I'm looking at that image, and I assume TJ knows that that's not a nude image. So if he's going to say, well, that is Louis, that's a photo of Louis there. I'm like, okay, are you going to address the fact that Cyan is calling it an unsolicited dick pic at any time? Because you're going to tell people to believe in Cyan here. And I'm like, you've got her caught in a fucking lie in your own video, right? Like you got her caught in a lie in your own
Mhm.
video at
Yeah.
this point, right? Do you think it's
Right.
ever gonna get? Do you think he's ever gonna bring it up?
No, no,
No,
absolutely
he doesn't.
not. Why
No,
would
No,
I've
he?
I've
seen it.
watched
No, he
this a
doesn't bring
number
it
of
up. No.
times. No, he does not.
Yeah, I've
He
seen
does
it
not ever
quite a few
mention
times.
that's
Yeah,
like,
but-
oh, it's censored, but that doesn't matter. It's censored in this photo here, but there's a video over here showing that's not a nude pic.
Yeah,
the initial claim was
Which should have
that
been
it was a
kinda
dick
obvious,
pic and
which-
not even. Yeah.
I will say, well, I was gonna say
ahead.
it's like it should be kind of obvious though too that it wasn't a dick pic because what man points the camera at a mirror and down there out of all the picture is the dick.
Louis
Yeah,
Calibre.
no, like
Or that's fucking,
Experts, how do you take a dick
Louis.
pic? I need to know this.
people don't think about this
purposes.
shit.
Do you go into the mirror and just snap your whole body? You know, you can definitely have like reference to size if you got a little teeny tiny.
I don't do that shit because then this shit.
I don't think
happens.
it is the. Well, no. Well, yes. That do not send dick pics. Do not. I'm just saying though, if people were to do so, I don't
I know
think it would be a
people-
full mirror shot with like
Well-
text over it. I'm so manly, manliest of men. And like I'm like, no, that should have been obvious that it was never a dick
People
pic to
who
begin
give
with.
thumbs up. I am the crow. He can
Oh
verify.
God. Verify, like no.
I'm sorry. I saw this
Dick
chat from
pics, yeah.
Twitter. I don't take dick pics. I take wiener art.
I take the winner art.
But like that's okay. Again, I know we're laughing and everything, but look,
Yes.
if that girl reached out to Cyan and she manipulated that image and got Cyan to go out there and call it unsolicited dick pic, well, there you go. Cyan is being lied to by by one of these girls and is promoting the story that she is being lied to about, right? And and I look at that image just like Kayla said, right? What if you're gonna send an unsolicited dick pic to someone? Why wouldn't you like take a photo of your dick? Why would you take a photo of your entire upper body?
The whole
down to the
thing.
very-
Yeah.
So
And you're like down at the very bottom.
What's your choice
right?
of dick pic, Crow? What's your choice of dick pic, Crow? What's your favorite choice of dick pic?
Well, I mean,
I like the
look,
one
you
with the
gotta,
googly
No comment.
eyes.
yeah, look,
I like the one with
you
the fucking
gotta-
smiling thumbs up.
everybody knows if you want to make it look bigger, you angle it downward, your camera, right? And then
What?
you take the
What are
photo
you
and it'll
talking
make it
about?
look.
Crow, shut up. You're supposed to answer. What are you talking about? Fucking science
you
right
very
now.
much,
You know, you
yeah.
got to do the angle. You got to fucking get lighting in it to make the shadow fucking
Angle the
Shut
dangle.
up. Just keep going.
Oh my goodness!
All right,
How
all right.
did it come to this? How did it
Okay,
come
well,
to-
we're
You
now
know
at the
how it
part.
got here.
Dog.
Okay, all right. Let's
The
listen.
minute continues by saying this girl was 16 in 2015 when they were talking, and Louis was
She told me that he knew her age and continued to talk to her regardless. All right, that's important.
32, which is just awful to think about. That is a 16-year age gap. She told me that he knew her age and continued to talk to her regardless. She showed me 3 different IDs of hers. I blurred out her information for privacy reasons, but kept her birth date visible. In the following photos,
So the thing is, and I don't know if he brings it up here later, the girl says that she has no evidence that she ever informed him of her age, right?
The video
yeah,
should have
no,
been over
he
then and
says it.
there.
He
Should have
been
he
over
says
then and
it.
there.
Yeah, it should just end
you
of
can
video.
see that he
Okay.
talked with this underage girl about sending her pictures and begging for pictures in return. He also messaged about having sexy time with her, which is disgusting. Talks about wanting to kiss her, admits to sending a partial nude, and more. We continue over to another folder on Google Drive, which has all the evidence. The first part of the evidence shows that he knew the girl was underage, but
These are the
At first, he
DMs.
didn't care, but one day he sent a video of him jacking off in bed, so I told him my age, and things didn't really end there. I think he just went mild, but eventually still is flirty. Wait, he said that evidence, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me go back. I
You can
didn't
go
see
back, yeah.
evidence. I didn't see
You got some
evidence.
super chats.
partial nude, and more. We continue over to another folder on Google Drive, which has all the evidence. The first part of
Okay. This is the
Well,
first part, which I guess
this
is
is-
her
yeah.
saying, okay, I wouldn't exactly call that evidence, you know?
No.
Like we're all in agreement there. Let me get these super chats. We'll see if more evidence is presented. Riddled horse. Louis sent us here from his Instagram story. Is he in chat?
I haven't seen
I
him.
don't. I haven't seen him. I don't know. So that's cool.
Seen him. Yeah.
Hypothetically,
Thanks for coming
if
by.
you're confident with your body, you can do the whole body, including the dangle. But this is hypothetical.
In theory.
But Condor.
Thank you, Condor.
Look.
you, Condor.
Here's the thing about unsolicited dick pics.
Oh,
The
God.
dick is the primary focus, right?
It's the focal point.
It's okay to show more, but like your penis has to basically be
Oh,
front
God,
and center.
Disagree and disavow.
I disagree. I disavow.
disavow.
I don't care.
Also, I will have a question about this though too, because it's like I have a question with like the format of these DMs.
Yeah.
Does anyone know in what sort of format the profile picture is in the middle of the DMs on Twitter?
Isn't that iPhone or is that computer? I can actually look on the computer right now.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I don't know. I'm like looking at that. It's like the screenshot just looks weird to me in general because it's like the top right's also fuzzied. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's just small things that I pick at because it's like a little bit of me thought is like, is this like a group chat that they're like talking in a group with this person, or I don't know. That's a theory.
It might be iPhone.
I think it would probably be iPhone, but I just like saw that. I'm like, is that a
iPhone.
group chat? Because it's like you usually like cluster together like that, but I don't know though. That's just a theory. But
The evidence shows.
I'm just curious.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
yeah. Again, if you're gonna say things like,
I know it's not
I think
Samsung
that
because I have Samsung.
if we're gonna say things like there may actually be issues with those messages being legitimate, right? I don't know. Like again, I would not put anything past those girls at this point, right? I found out one, right, and I have a lot of faith in this statement. Is mentally unwell, is not well at all, has serious problems, and should not even be online, right? Just to be clear, right? I've seen two of them plot together so they can make an illegal recording of somebody else and then slowly drip out segments of a 4-hour call to make one of those people on the call look just fucking batshit fucking nuts, right? So I've already seen them scheme. I've already seen them plot. I've already seen them do things that are illegal, right? I've seen all of that. I've seen them try to go to somebody and get them to lie. I've seen one of them claim that she's totally against these things and she had no clue about any of it. And then I see chats where she's actively engaging in the conversation, right? So if you're going to tell me that, hey, potentially these messages, like this might be like all dummied up, right? This might have been part of a group chat that I fully accept that as a possibility too, based on how dishonest and conniving I've seen those girls be, right? Like it is fully within the realm of possibility. In fact, I would say it's a very likely thing, in my opinion, seeing all the shit that those girls are willing to do.
Was that he knew the girl was underage, but continued to talk to her, flirt, and send nudes. Now, this is a claim to be made and doesn't at all show proof that he knew it.
I have no proof of this, though, because I felt too uneasy. So I have no recording or saved chats of this happening. But like TJ,
end the video right here, right now.
Yeah.
This is it.
Star Wars credits right now, dog. Star Wars credits. You know,
no. I'm sure it gets better. Probably.
Okay, but here I have no proof of this. Like, I don't have any proof of that. I don't have any recordings or saved chats, even though it made me uncomfortable and I never asked for it. It was totally unsolicited. But hey, here's this photo of him in his underwear. I saved that. I saved that one. Go ahead. Like, look, I censored out his underwear and now it looks like he's naked. So I saved this one image. Everything else that made me uncomfortable, all of that other stuff that's like direct proof, that I forgot about.
No.
Well, the other part with this though as well, it's like they're up top here from this message. It's like they're saying, I was so uncomfortable that I didn't save anything or anything like that. But at the same time, she still continued to talk to him, even though she was so uncomfortable by that because she says it's like, oh, he went mild, but still continued to be flirty.
Yeah.
So
Like-
after so uncomfortable, like you could easily block, you could like just dip out, you can stop, you can ghost him. Because if you're so uncomfortable, why didn't she do that?
Well, you know,
She kept talking to him, kept engaging with him.
Kayla, here's the problem with that. Then
Yes.
you run
Yeah.
into the next argument where they say Louis has a power dynamic over her.
Oh, fuck off.
And
Of course.
Fuck you and the power dynamic.
No, power dynamic for the win. 100%.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay, where does
argument, dude.
Where
But-
does the power dynamic start?
Well, look,
Is it at 1,000 subs? Is it at 5,000 subs? 10,000 subs?
It's
Bro,
like
you have a
10,000
power
and above.
dynamic on your wife.
It's
Yeah.
10,000 and above.
Look.
10,000 and above.
Look.
Yeah.
Look. The problem with when power dynamic gets brought up, people ask, like, why didn't this girl do X? And they go, well, there was a power dynamic. Look, at the end of the day, what you see with a lot of these arguments is just infantilization, right? They take grown adults and they basically act like they are completely irresponsible and incapable of doing things for themselves, right? Like when I said originally, I looked at the situation with those messages between him and the girls. I was like, look, he seems like he's emotionally abusive, but at the end of the day, there are people out there like that. I've dated someone like that before, and you know what? It's hard, but you have to basically just get up and walk away. It's on you. There are bad people that live in this world. You're not going to get rid of them. I mean, you could, you could, but kind of not. It's not going to be a pleasant outcome, right? Like they need to understand, right, that it's on them to leave a bad situation or a bad relationship, right? But instead, what they argue is, you know, power dynamic. I couldn't. I was
intimidated.
I was intimidated.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't get my ass out of fucking bed. I was so terrified, right? Like it's annoying. It's just annoying because you can never really address these situations. You can never try to like give a message like, you know, hey, reach out to people, do these things. Instead, it's a power dynamic and they're incapable and they're basically fucking mentally ill, right? They're mentally impaired in some sort of way, shape, or form, and just there's nothing they could have done.
Yeah,
and that's going to be the argument. That will 100% be the argument. Why didn't this girl just block Louis? Because Louis has so many subs. How did that stop the block button from working? I don't know, but he's got like 1 million subs. It's stupid shit like that. Let me get this one super chat. I'll keep playing the video. Cheeto Head, thank you so much. Does anyone honestly think a girl wants a photo of your because she's gonna blank herself to it? No, it's for blackmail people. No. Never forget that. Also, hi, I got service on the mountain. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Good shit. Nice. Stay safe, Cheeto Head.
Emoji got misplaced joke ruined. Yeah. Look. If you're gonna send a dick pic, get prepared for everybody to see it.
Hell yeah, dude.
No. Just don't do
it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm ready.
That's a thing that you don't do. That's not a hell yeah moment.
Oh, well.
Play.
I'll play.
Of the age, but from all the other evidence, it does seem that she's pretty reliable on this fact, and that he continued to text her.
Hold on. You said that you were going to provide proof, right? That there's proof that he did these things. Then you show me a message where she says, "I have no proof," and then you said that. Well, look at all the evidence, and she's totally reliable. What evidence did you fucking show?
Literally,
man?
She said she has no proof that he knew that she was supposedly underage. Which again,
and then you said that she's
real.
And then he says that she seems pretty reliable.
Pretty reliable after saying, "I have no proof whatsoever that I said this to him."
That's reliability right there.
Well, yeah. Well, not just that, but like, look. Based on those text conversations, it seems like this girl who you're saying is pretty reliable is the one who decided to manipulate an image and call it a dick pic when it wasn't, right? And TJ's not going to address that at all in his video while calling this girl reliable. I find that a little stupid, but let's keep going.
Anyways, because some of the DMs are a little disturbing from someone nearly half your age, if not exactly half your age at the time, and definitely should not be appropriate if you're a content creator talking to a fan. Here are the IDs showing that the
what did I tell you guys? Power dynamic.
Hell yeah, dude. Power dynamic for the win.
I told you. Power dynamic. He shouldn't be talking this way to someone that's a fan. There you go. There's your power dynamic argument. You're done. You're done. Yeah. As soon as you bring up why this girl wouldn't just hit the block button, he'll argue that she was a fan, million subs, total power dynamic. There you go.
Doesn't that just mean she wants clout or something?
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say is, how do we even know if it was like if she was even a fan of his? What if that was like just used afterwards?
I don't like. Again, how do you know?
Because it's like she might have found out like.
Like how do you know that she didn't lie about her age? We don't know.
I was actually going
any of this.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's like all these there's these yeah. So we're looking at the three IDs here, right? This could be a cousin's idea, younger cousin's ID for all I know that she's showing to Cyan.
But that's the thing. Before we even jump into the IDs, I have to sorry, because the IDs are great, right?
Well, she claims in the DMs that she's a fan. So that's how you come to the conclusion. She claims in the DMs that she's a fan.
Look,
like I said, the theory could be that she found out later that there was this dude that had like a fuck ton of subs, and then just kind of like jumps on the Me Too train.
Going on these factual DMs, but going on the factual DMs, she says she's a fan.
Yeah. Going by the messages, she says she's a fan, right? But like also going by the messages of everything that's shown there, I never see her age ever get brought up. I never see, because he says the conversations are inappropriate and everything. And I'm like, yeah. And she's engaging in them while telling you how she never, ever, ever said anything at all that could imply that she was interested in him, right? Those conversations tell a very different fucking story. So again, you're calling her reliable while at the same time, she's clearly fucking not. Like, her own story doesn't fucking add up, right? Her own story doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these conversations made me uncomfortable and I was never okay with any of it and yada, yada, yada. And then you see those conversations, which he is calling disgusting, and she's engaging in all of it. So I'm like, well, there you go. There's another issue with her credibility, and you're calling her reliable.
Well, and we'll see it later, but it's like, is there kind of any moment where she's like, hey, could you stop saying that to me? Could you not say that? I feel uncomfortable. Is there anything even like that? As far as I've seen, no. Like, even if she didn't have the age, if she's like, she doesn't have like a screenshot of like, hey, I'm underage, don't do this. Like, there's nothing that says anywhere, as far as I know, oh, I don't like that you're saying that to me. Please don't say that to me. Nothing.
No. Again. But this girl is claiming that she was never okay with any of this. That's clearly not true. That's clearly not true. Now, look, if her argument, if Cyan's argument, and if TJ's argument about this was just straight up power dynamic, right? I know we all laughed about it and everything, but you saw him make the statement. It's inappropriate for him to be having these conversations with the fan regardless, right? If they had just made it about power dynamic, we can call it stupid. They can say it makes sense. We can call it stupid. They can argue that we're wrong, right? And that's it. At the end of the day, it's an opinion. You either think the power dynamic's bad or you don't.
Yep.
We've gone well past that, though. You made it an argument of this guy basically being a pedo, right? Yep. Jerking off with 16-year-olds and shit.
That's
right?
how it's framed. That's how it's presented. Yep.
You call her reliable, right? When she is saying, I don't have any evidence to prove it, but I have all this other shit that makes him look bad. But I don't have that one thing to prove it, right? And her saying that she's not okay with any of these conversations. She never said anything that could make him believe that she wanted to do any of this, right?
Riddled Horse has the best
But-
super chat of the month.
Huh?
Riddled Horse has
I
the best
Crown
super
goes
chat of the
to-
month.
For more than obvious reasons, I can't say penis repeatedly, but Riddled Horse, thank you.
You could
But
try.
I can.
You could try. Penis, 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 penis. There you go.
Victim was
I did it for
Stop
you.
it. I'm playing
Go.
the video.
on January 28th of 1999. Now, obviously, this could be faked. We've seen it done before, but I think it's pretty reliable to believe this isn't someone like super young, like they went to go nab an ID from someone else. These pictures were taken to show the date of birth of the person, and the rest of these screenshots are pretty old and shows the old version of Snapchat being used, proving
Okay. Like, what did that prove?
I know, dude. I don't know,
Like,
dude.
what-
I don't know because I lose my patience. So, like, I don't know if
Mhm.
you want to keep going or not.
Wait, he
Because I'm like,
literally.
I'm going-
no, hold on. He just said, pretty reliable. This isn't an ID that someone went to go nab from someone else, right?
Well,
what are you
well,
fucking
How do you
he's
know
no,
that?
he,
What, like, that
no,
would be
so he
so
was-
easy.
so he's saying that the person could, they can't be like, if they were younger, they wouldn't grab someone's older ID. Because later he'll say something else that bothers me, but he doesn't go with the theory that, well, someone older could have gotten someone's younger ID to show to Cyan. Because again, as far as we know, she never sent those to Louis. She sent them to Cyan.
That,
For
again,
example, Crow.
that's the problem, right?
Yeah, like
Anyone could have had that conversation with Louis back then, right? And then gotten the idea of a younger family member and said that it was conversations with the minor. Is that plausible?
versa.
Absolutely.
I think so.
or
Like-
vice versa. Like Crow, you have a younger
Yeah.
brother who kind of looked like you. You know, he could take your
Uh-huh.
ID and be like, "Yeah, I'm Crow."
Several times people thought Crow was his younger brother.
What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They looked alike.
Really?
They looked more alike back then. Yeah.
Dark hair,
Yeah.
Oh, back then. Okay.
tan
That was my
skin.
Yeah,
now.
back then, like a year or
No,
two
no,
ago.
probably not like that.
Not as much anymore, but they did back
well,
then.
Now
So
that's why I was a little taken aback because I'm like, really?
anyway, Sen, it's just like
No, like, but
anyway,
again,
it's
the
plausible.
thing.
Anyway,
the thing
continue.
is,
Plausibility.
it is-
continue.
it is not hard at all to get somebody else's ID, especially if you're going to be blurring everything out, right?
Yeah.
And saying that that's me and these are messages that I had with him. Anyone can
Well-
do that. I like, and again, Cyan could absolutely not know about any of it, right? And she could just be the dumb fucking idiot out there promoting this story without any idea that she's being lied to too, right? Because I don't know who this random person is. I don't know what their motivations are at all. I know that they for some reason were saving some messages, right? Saving some photos, just not the ones that would prove Louis was willfully engaging with the kid, right?
Right.
Or actual nudes, or a conversation where she goes, I am not comfortable with you sending me these. None of those at all, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, I would say something's not adding up here. Something's not right here. There's a problem with that girl's story, right? And again, had the argument been she was a fan, he used his influence and she wasn't sure, we would just be back and forth arguing the stupidity of a power dynamic, right? But that's not where they wanted to take the story. They had to call him a pedo and a groomer, and he's into kids that are half his age, all that shit, right? Okay, now you got to back it up, but you fucking can't, right? And this guy, like, look, no disrespect to TJ, right? No disrespect to TJ here. I find it a little stupid that he made a statement of, oh, it doesn't seem like someone could have just grabbed someone's ID. Like, that never happens. Fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah. No, it's like I've even had that for work where it's like I work in a salon. Sometimes usually our secretaries are like, teenagers just working through school and stuff. And they're like, hey, my coworkers will be like, hey, could you grab me some cigarettes? Here's my ID. Go get some. Like, and that's it. Like, like that's just what would happen, and it's like they don't really look at the IDs that much or whatever. They take it, they accept it, they give them the cigarettes, and they go back, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Or anything with like even booze that happens all the time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go buy some, teenager. I'm gonna go buy some booze. Let me borrow my sister's ID. It happens.
It happens with Amazon.
fucking
They just want an ID. They just want an
Fucking
ID. It
Amazon.
doesn't even have to be yours,
Do you
Yeah.
think it gets any better from here on the entire video? Do you think?
Cheeto head. Guys, Louis was naughty to me. Here's my ID covered in Sharpie marker and screenshots of him being naughty. And I was so afraid because he big YouTuber.
Yeah, seems legit.
Well,
you think
and
this video gets better?
Oh God, no, absolutely
No,
not. But
no.
like, to be clear though, too, it's just like we're not even looking for like someone's like full ID or whatever. Like, there's not even like a first letter of their name or the first name, because first names are common at least. So at least that could give me something.
Riddled Horse said, if Louis is watching this, I love you. Send me dick pic.
Oh God, no. Well, if it's consensual, no, still
It's
no,
not
still
yeah.
no.
Yeah, no.
Power
no.
dynamic.
Yeah, power dynamic.
All right, I'm gonna hit play.
Screen
Riddle
grabs
Horse,
and
stop causing
recordings of
trouble.
What's happening back in 2015, which this victim would have been 16 at the time. Going into it, let's view the evidence.
The $100 headset.
Well, hold on. Where's his dick?
Wait, that's actually the first. Well, where's his dick? So the other thing is though too, I was about to say, I don't know. I actually didn't like listen to the sound when I was watching this, or I didn't hear it, maybe because I have headphones on right now. But who's talking in the background as this person's recording? And I was gonna say someone said this earlier in the chat as well, but I had this idea in my brain. So the thing is though too, and we'll see it later. But so she opens the picture of the Snapchat, and it's a solid red square, which means she has not opened that picture, but she somehow knew to record this picture. Why?
That's.
Did she know? Did she know it was coming in? We'll see it later. He pauses it kind of later, so you can see it.
Going into it,
but you can kind of see when she taps it. See, red.
Yeah, hold on.
Been 16 at the time.
You'll see it. You'll see it later.
The evidence.
He'll pause it, but
okay. So yeah.
Well, if you want.
So if it's solid red, that
yeah.
means you haven't opened it yet.
Yes. Well, and it's also though too, this is a current video. Yep. So you can kind of see the outline there. But so you'll also see on the side there, those are continuous conversations. She's having a continuous back and forth conversation with Louis or this other person who is like this Jeremy guy. Apparently she likes Jeremy better than Louis. So
now that is most definitely Louis. But we also see it's the old setup.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
So I was gonna say, so right there, it's like the solid red there. So, but those are current conversations. So this was taken in 2015, if this is this conversation. And again, like I said, she knew to record the picture. Again, it goes back to like, why did she know to record? She was expecting that picture, but she didn't do anything to prompt him to do anything, right?
Yeah, no, that doesn't. See, again, that's another inconsistency here with her story, right? And my whole point here is TJ said we need to trust her because she's so reliable, right? Well, yeah, just like you said, Kayla, this is a video from, 2015, right?
Supposedly 2015, yes.
I mean, based on the version of Snapchat, right?
I will say it. Yeah. I will say that.
The message that she's recording herself opening, she hasn't opened before, but she knows it's a picture of Louis, right? The only way for her to have known that was Louis said, "Hey, I'm about to send you a photo of my gut," or or she asked him to send a photo of him.
Like, could you send a selfie?
Yeah, something, right?
Yeah,
and then
something.
Yep. And then here she is, 5-6 years ago, with Snapchat recording it because guess what she's about to do to him?
Me to his ass in 6 years.
Well,
it's coming, Louis. Gonna get you.
Well, it could have been recorded to show off, for all I know, and then it turned into.
That's what I think. I think it was like, OMG, look who I'm talking to. It's Louis. If we're going to go with that theory that she was a big fan, right? Big fan.
Could have been.
So that could be it. She could have been because it's again, remember though too, from that picture that this person or someone else sent to Cyan, where it's the picture of Louis and they have the white bars. So she, whoever this is, could have easily sent it to a friend and been like, "Oh, OMG, look at this. It's Louis." That could have been that person could be the person here.
I mean,
I don't
like,
even know if the original person here is the one who even messaged Cyan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't know, right? But like you were just saying, the only reason why she could have why she might have recorded this specifically is because back then Louis was popular, right? She was a big fan of Louis, and she wanted to show off to all of her friends, "Hey, I'm talking to the real Louis. This is a photo that he just sent me on Snapchat," right?
Mm-hmm.
And like that could literally just be it, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense, right? If she's not comfortable with Louis talking to her, right? And she's recording these conversations and everything, why wouldn't there be a conversation where she goes, "Hey, I'm not comfortable with this. Hey, leave me alone. Hey, I'm blocking you," right? Instead, what
I'm
you
underage. I'm underage.
I'm
Don't talk
underage.
to me.
Stop it.
no,
But I'm going to keep talking with you because you're Louis.
But like, Kayla, wouldn't it be more believable, like you were just saying, right? That the person that is coming out with all this stuff isn't the girl on the Snapchat, it's somebody else that it was sent to. And that's why they have snippets of conversations between this person and Louis, and it's completely out of context. And again, it doesn't match what the girl is saying happened.
Who's to know? The fucking victim's nameless. But like they have never shown their face in a fucking year.
I don't know. I have no clue. But again, it is totally plausible.
Believe me, bro.
Completely possible that this is a third party who was friends with this other individual who got sent this video from like 5 or 6 years ago, showing that this person was actually talking to the real Louis. They sent snippets of the conversations that they had with Louis. And that's why this individual has these specific pieces and nothing more. That's why this person has a video from 5 or 6 fucking years ago. That's why he's got
more. Let's see. Let's play.
Wait, there's more. Do the thing.
Snapchat, which was apparent back in 2015, further showing that this did happen a while ago and it wasn't recent, and he's not just being framed, and people are saying that it happened in a different time frame. Here's another piece of evidence showing that that is Louis Calibre's account. There was a video sent of a guy driving a car and speaking, and it sounds a lot like Louis. You guys let me know what you guys think.
I love this freeway. It's so sick. It's like peaceful, green, and wires in the sky.
I don't know about you guys, but I definitely think that is Louis.
Yeah, what was that?
Well, because it sounds like
Why is that
Louis.
Considered evidence?
It's evidence that it was
supposed
Louis
to.
messaging this person. But again, I'm just saying it goes back to the whole they opened that video up, ready to record. Someone even turned a light on for them. How nice of that person, whoever that was,
Yeah.
to record that video.
There needs to be a new word for a selfie of your dick. Something besides dick pic, and it has to be one word.
Dick. D-I-C. Dick. Someone sent me a dick. There.
No.
Used in a sentence.
Well, I mean, if he wants like a specific word for it, we just call it a pescator. Someone sent me a pescator.
No.
Ew.
The big P.
Exactly.
Big tip. Big tip
Right?
should be the name.
No. I disavow.
Tipster?
I disagree and I disavow. But we're still cool.
Okay.
What?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Scrotum shot. One
Oh
word.
God.
So
Oh
that's
no.
not a dick. That's this is fucking scrotum your
But
balls. Why you
that's,
got some ball pictures?
Yeah.
A dicture.
Dick
There we
shirt.
go.
Yeah, that's a dick is fine.
Hey. Agreeance.
All right.
Calibre. I think it's pretty apparent that it's Louis, meaning that the previous snap would have been from Louis, showing that he is sending a nude to a victim that we have seen the ID.
Whoa, buddy. You showed the uncensored version. What do you mean a nude?
Mm-hmm. That's one of my biggest problems
You
with this.
showed the uncensored version.
Well,
With no dick.
well, because it's like there is a chat somewhere where Louis did say that he sent a partial nude. So it's probably like, again, the shirtless or whatever, right? So at most you could say he sent lewds.
I mean,
And that's
probably.
about it. But yeah, that is true though. That is true though. That's an incorrect statement.
I mean,
picture, so I don't fucking know, dude.
Sack chat. Sorry.
Look. I'm just saying there are so many issues here, right? When we talk about reliability. But yeah, no, we talk about all the ways that this could be faked, right? This could have been the person who actually had the conversation with Louis back then. Louis no longer in the picture. They want to gain a little bit of clout. How hard is it to just, grab your younger sister's ID? Grab your younger brother's ID. I mean, they censored everything on there, right?
Dude, in this day and age, it was easy to fucking get them in the 80s, for fuck's sake. How easier is it now? Like, you could just Photoshop yourself, or I could buy fake IDs on eBay right fucking now. I'll be Calibre tomorrow. I don't know if I want to be, but I could be. Like, fucking, I'm just saying.
But like, you're right, though. This is all easy to do, right? And when we've seen these girls are so dedicated to taking out Louis that they conspired to make an illegal 4-hour recording of him. Okay?
Yep.
It's
evidence, though.
One of them sat there for 4 fucking hours recording audio. Then after they recorded the audio, they sat through 4 hours of it to pull out specific segments and drop those segments. That's how dedicated these girls are to making sure that Louis' life is destroyed. And now, in spite of them having the time and the ability and the patience to do all of that, I am supposed to believe that it is completely outside of the realm of possibility for anybody involved in this situation, the person making the accusation or any of the other 3 girls who I've already seen act completely irresponsibly. You want me to believe that none of them could have just gone to somebody and gotten photos of their ID, knowing that the entire thing would be blurred out for them?
So we got, I will point this out. So Joe says in the chat, why are we even talking about this if this happened years ago? Well, that would be Wrecker and Louis' evil ex's fault for this one that we're talking about this now.
Resurfacing it.
They're resurfacing
it.
because
It's
clout
coming back
is
up.
necessary for individuals or just saltiness.
Keemstar ran a recent drama alert, and that's where it all blew up. So there you go.
Yeah. All right, let's
continue.
Let's continue.
Ease of and showing that in 2015 on this old version of Snapchat that she was only 16 years old. Continuing, I will be showing every single DM parts of it that are completely inappropriate and shows that if this is a 16-year-old, the conversation should have never been made between them. Honestly, it's completely inappropriate.
Pause. Did you hear?
So many.
How many different people have you fucked since I broke up with me? Huh? I honestly cannot remember when you guys broke up. I'll say none. I've gone a good 2 to 3 dates since then, though. What the F? We broke up in September of last year.
Here's my other comment.
Yeah. I'm just looking for a part of this conversation where Louis says something like, how many people have you fucked? And the girl says, that's inappropriate. Leave me alone.
Did you
left me. I left you. You're crazy. Yes, I gave you a partial nude. Haha, I'm trying. But hun, I said let's drop this last night. Oh, I didn't know you were serious. Don't be sad. I have to be. There's no sex, no food, no nothing. Hey, at least you have Noogle, LMAO. Huh?
Oh my fucking god! Did you catch what TJ said before you eating?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm reading through these conversations.
No, I'll tell you. Like,
what?
Oh.
Yeah.
Here, if your audio is breaking up, I'm just gonna hit play.
Completely inappropriate and shows that if this is a 16-year-old, the conversation should have never been made between them. Honestly, it's a little disgusting. Before anyone sits here and tries to throw blame onto the victim to say, hey, they participated in it, they shouldn't have done it either. I completely agree. There should have been a halt to all of this, and minors should try to be taught this, that it's not okay to be messaging people over the age of 18. But again,
okay, hold on though. Hold on though. He's told me that this girl is reliable, and this girl is also saying that I never said anything to imply that I was interested in doing these things with Louis. Right. And I'm going through those conversations. Right. And it seems very casual back and forth. Right. And remember, Louis apparently offended her and made her scared, and this is really grossing her out. But also apparently not, right? This is just more about this person's credibility, the person that anonymously came forward, right? And how it doesn't actually match up with what we're actually reading.
Mm-hmm.
People are kids, and
so
kids
hold
will
on,
be
pause
stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so and maybe pause on different screenshot here. But I will say though too, what is it? So TJ does mention that these chats, like the name is different up on top. So in this one, Louis' name is on all caps. In the previous screenshots or the previous profile, Louis is like, uppercase L, uppercase C. So TJ does mention that. However, can we notice that there's two different phones? This is the new Snapchat.
Yeah.
So I'm just a little curious about that because again, my theory is that this could be fabricated. Again, that is one theory, is that this is fabricated because I don't know whose messages these are. Again, because they don't show whose profile this person is. They don't show the profile of the person with the recordings. So I don't know whose profiles we're looking at.
That's true. I mean, I can't find anything here, right?
Yeah, so those are the text messages in that thing. But it's like the other phone with the video is an LG phone. And so, yeah, like that. So it's
Louis.
square. Yeah. And there's like with Louis' name. Yeah. So like I said, that it's just like it's one difference because again, like I guess they could have like logged into that old account. I don't know how long Snapchat accounts last, but I have no idea. Again, I have no clue what's what because again, this person is a ghost. They don't exist technically, as far as I know. We don't have a name for them. We just don't know who's what. This could be, for all I know, this could be Sarah's. This could be whoever else's profile. I don't know.
It could
and they
be
just
Louis.
mashed
it
it
could
together.
Be Louis
yeah.
playing 4D chess. He could be
Well,
setting
Louis
them
playing
up to fucking conspire.
It's like, oh, it was me.
Yep.
But no, I just don't know.
I've heard more convincing allegations against a 14 and alleged 11-year-old. True story, by the way. Small commentary is whack.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Oh,
That's right, Cheeto Head. You know what's up.
fucking rip time, man. Jesus.
Hmm?
Look, okay.
You got a super chat again, buddy.
Thank you, Zombie. Why does all this sound like what happened with Carson? There is a hell of a lot of similarities.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think. I was like, it's comparable to something else too. It's not just Carson, but it kind of is.
By the way, though, some person in chat was claiming to be a friend of Sarah's, saying that they have evidence that proves that he's guilty. That's funny because none of these people seem to have that. Not even the original person that's supposedly this 15 to 16-year-old. So that's
dude. I've been hearing there's evidence for weeks, and
I bet that's Sarah behind that account.
Probably, I don't care. Probably.
I mean, like,
it's like, look, I'm asking for a friend. Wink, wink.
Yeah, yep. Look. Here's the thing. Those girls are claiming that everything in their Google Doc is evidence, right?
Even the illegally recorded shit. Even the illegally recorded shit. Don't forget that.
No. What I really like, right, is Louis said, hey, release the whole audio, right? And then this fucking bitch goes out and says, I can't because he threatened to sue me for illegally recording him. And I'm like, you've already leaked out parts of the call. You already admitted to doing the recording.
Just go all the way.
Yeah, at this point, if he's told you to release the entire thing, you should just do it. And if he tries to sue you, you can point out, hey, he told me to make it all public.
It won't save you from illegally recording in the first place, though.
It wouldn't, but it's not like you'd get in trouble for fucking releasing the audio.
Well, hold on. Let me put some perspective out there. This is for the victim. So if this is damning evidence that the recording and all of it, can put him away and shut us up, just release it. Fuck it. Take one for the victim. You know what I mean? This is about the victim. This is about justice. you should just go to jail for the victim. Martyr yourself like Omrecker did. I think that's a fair fucking thing to do. Since you feel so fucking bad and you're doing all this for some unknown person, I think you should just go all the fucking way. You and the group. Go ahead, guys. Take the shit down.
Mario, just to correct this really quick, he did do a stream about this.
God.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't a good stream. Just to put it lightly, it was actually pretty bad.
He did, yeah, no, he did stream it, or kind of, sort of, some of it. I couldn't even get to the 1 hour mark, and I tried.
I heard he wasn't happy
when
someone questioned him. I heard he kind of like yelled at them a little bit.
I was time stepped that for yes, I was time stepped to look at that one. That one was kind of, oh god.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
I heard he pulled a no you on somebody.
Oh no.
But it's neither here nor there. So
yeah, he's a younger guy.
It's
I mean,
kid gloves crow.
I am trying to be nice.
What a pussy.
Oh,
Wow.
come on, Aura.
What?
Aura.
And I disagree. And
I disagree, Aura, and I disavow. But we're
Did I
still
ask
cool.
anybody whether they disagreed or disavowed?
You don't have to ask.
You don't have
Anyway,
well.
continue.
I have to
Continue
do it,
with these DMs that say nothing.
Okay.
I feel like making my own
all of
DMs.
this, and minors
Oh,
should
God.
try to be taught this, that it's not okay to be messaging people over the age of 18. But again, people are kids, and kids will be stupid. I think the adult has the responsibility to be able to step in and say no.
I don't like
this
that.
Just
I don't
proves
like
that Louis
that. I
wasn't.
don't like that at all. Did you hear what he just said? I don't like that at all. To fucking
Which
kids,
part?
that's a kid, and kids will be stupid. What the fuck does that mean? I mean,
We're the fucking
you
parents.
You have to give the kids the pass, basically.
no.
Give them
What
the
the fuck is
pass.
that? Dude, all right.
Where
let me
are
put it
these
to you this way.
parents?
I don't know.
Kids
They're
just do
helping
this
her
shit,
record.
apparently.
They're helping her record or some shit. I don't know. But no, you don't let the kids be kids. The fuck is that nonsense, dog? That's fucking ridiculous. I don't like that fucking argument. Dude, you remember the 13-year-old who fucking baited Chris Chan to jack off over the phone? Remember that shit?
Yeah.
To set him up? That's
Yeah,
malicious
fuck.
as shit. What do you mean? And then you're gonna be like, oh, let kids be kids. No, dude. Parents need to do a better job with their kids. Their kids shouldn't be online doing this shit. That needs to be the message, not be like, oh, well, they're a kid, so fuck it. No, dude.
Look. Let's be. If a 16-year-old, right, grab a gun, shoot somebody, we don't sit there and go, they're a kid. Let them.
They're just gonna do that.
Yeah,
They're just gonna do that.
it's a kid thing to do.
I just don't like
Didn't
that
you
argument.
do that
Yeah.
as a kid?
Yeah, it's like, dude, look. I remember being a kid. I wasn't online at 16 years old doing any of this shit, right? This isn't about being a fucking kid. This is look, you got bad parents, you got a bad situation, and it's not on everybody else to clean up your fucking mess.
The
And,
argument needs to be the same.
I just do not believe that you're gonna by this fucking logic, right? Delirious is absolutely guilty because he didn't verify the age of the girl that he was chatting with, right? And the fact that it got sexual, and that was the purpose of it in the first place, and other people set it up, and the girl doing it was in on it the entire fucking time, right? And totally okay with it. Delirious is still guilty because Delirious should have verified the age, and that girl was just being a kid, and it's not on her, and it's not on her fucking parents. It's all on Delirious, right? You don't get to have it both fucking ways. You can't sit there and say that, well, you know what? She's a kid and she shouldn't have been doing this, but Louis should have verified the age of the of the girl, and therefore, even if she didn't tell him because she says she doesn't have any proof, it doesn't matter. Louis guilty. No, you fucking moron. No. No, it just annoys me. It just annoys me, right? Because at least with someone like Omrecker, who's full of shit, right? Vindictive and petty and stupid and moronic and just brain damaged all the way fucking through. Omrecker has a more consistent stance on this subject, right? He looks at what Delirious did and says, sure, The friends that did it to Delirious, they're in the wrong, but Delirious still jerked off to a 17-year-old. And that makes him a bad person.
Yeah.
There you go. And he looks at Louis and he goes, and Louis talked with minors, and that makes him a bad person. He doesn't do this shit where he goes, well, one person was responsible for verifying age, and the other person, gosh, he's just a victim. No. I mean, you got to, like, let's be clear. Homewrecker actually does have a more consistent stance on this, right? Homewrecker looks at both individuals and goes, they're both bad people. They both did things with children. You got TJV, even these girls, right? Who are now claiming Delirious did nothing wrong, and they don't want to be involved with Delirious, right? It's like, dude, they'll go like, well, Delirious isn't really at fault because he got set up. And sure, the girl may have been 17, but, you know, it's not like Delirious knew. What do you fucking mean? He's the adult. He's the adult. He should have verified the age.
Crow.
It's on him.
It's funny that you mention. It's funny that you mentioned. It's like, oh, the girl said, oh, this had nothing to do with H2O. Well, in some of the part I saw of TJ's live stream the other day, he's trying to say, because your video on those like screenshots got mentioned, and it's like, oh, well, that has nothing to do with Louis. So it has, apparently those screenshots of the conspiring have nothing to do with Delirious, and apparently have nothing to do with Louis, even though both are mentioned.
It's all about Louis.
Yeah, it's all about
It's all about Louis. So yeah, no, that was part of the stream there that I caught, and I'm like, what?
Let me point this shit out. Like, so in those fucking leaked DMs, they are complaining. They're like, no one's paying attention to us and Louis. They said that shit. Yeah. You know, like that's their fucking goal. They want to like resurface this shit.
Like, look. If TJ's stance is just straight up that he believes those girls, regardless of everything else, right? Regardless of the fact that they have no credibility, regardless of the fact that they have actively been lying to make themselves look good and make Louis look worse, regardless of the fact that we have screenshots of it and TJ has seen the fucking screenshots, right? Regardless of all of these things, if TJ wants to come out and say he believes those girls and therefore yada, 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 that's fine, right? It's his opinion. He's free to believe whatever the fuck he wants to believe, right? But also,
there's a problem.
That's the same shit that comes out of Homewrecker's mouth whenever we criticize him on anything. I believe the victims. I believe the victims. I did this for the victims. I believe the victims.
But they're calling you a liar, and I believe them. You know, yeah. I get you. But like, there's another problem with all this, and he's gonna say it later, and I want to see if you catch it, because there's a massive problem with what he's gonna say at the end of this video.
All right.
Much of an adult at the time, and he was more horny than intelligent about the situation. Here's a video proving that all of these screenshots of these messages weren't just fabricated. Now, right here, you see the name is Louis Calibre, and my name is Louis being the actual username, pending 240 weeks ago, which if you go back in time, 240 weeks ago, that is roughly 4 to 5 years ago, which lines up to when he could have blocked her after 2015. It would have put the time of blocking the person right around 2016. And it makes sense for Louis to block a person after sharing nudes and realizing that they're underage. Now, a lot of people want to bring up, wait, the username's all capitalized, but in the other two videos proving that it was him, the entire name wasn't capitalized.
If she was blocked, how the fuck was she able to access those messages?
Like, I think with blocking on Snapchat. So if the person blocks the other person, so the person who was blocked still can see the messages according to Snapchat rules.
Yeah,
it's not like Discord. It's weird. Yeah, okay. So right. I think what it is, it's like, so supposedly he wouldn't be able to see the messages if he did block, but they should be able to see their messages. The other thing is like he could have easily just unfriended the person, as there's a pending with a little sendy. So she tried to send him like a chat. So she was, even though she was so uncomfortable with Louis for like doing all this or whatever, she still tried to reach out to him and try to talk to him. So I'm just saying that.
What the hell was that? Something just fell. It's weird.
Oh god. But yeah.
No,
So-
look.
Yeah.
I like it. I like addressing comments like this. I would say TJV could talk about you guys making these very that is a slur. First off, Triani, you fucking disgusting bigot.
Oh, Jesus.
About him in this situation, but y'all don't deserve the time, more or less his time. Well,
I don't
again,
need his time. I don't need his time. His video's trash, dog. It doesn't matter. It's like
If
this.
okay, if TJ was so smart, why can we poke holes at this? Why can we question it? If he's so smart and he's so right about everything, why is there so many big gaps?
Why did he come to
Well,
us?
not even him.
multiple
Not even
times?
him. It's not even him. It's not him. It's the evidence. It's
The
the
dick
evidence.
pic wasn't
dog.
even real.
Yeah.
No,
it's the
I'm
evidence.
just
It's not
going
really
at this
TJ.
person because they think
Don't.
that that's
No,
the
no,
issue.
no.
It's like no,
No,
it's the
don't.
evidence that he's going over. That's not even evidence.
No, it doesn't matter. Let them fucking give us the view. I don't give a shit. Let's keep going. I'm not gonna let them derail shit.
Dead Cole said I got blocked recently.
They
The
can,
messages
they can do
deleted.
that. I'm just saying they're stupid. And I don't need
I know.
to use the R word.
Yeah, I know.
We here use remedial.
I don't know what that means.
It means the same thing, basically.
Oh, that means for
Spelling the L and the
Snapchat.
C
Oh
with
no,
capital
why'd
S.
you get
That's a nickname
blocked?
that
Let's hear the juicy details.
Okay.
can be changed on Snapchat. The previous two recordings were clear back from 2015, and you can tell about the style of Snapchat that was set up. It was the old style of it. And this video and these screenshots are clearly from a more modern version of Snapchat, meaning it was recent. So the nickname could have changed a couple times. The name could have been capitalized or lowercase or whatever within the last 4 to 5 to 6 years. But yeah, guys, that's the video. It's pretty disgusting to see that this is true and that this is a fact and that there might be plenty of other people out there and plenty.
Okay, so I think again, the point of the video is to talk about TJV's stance on Louis and everything, right? And he's going over what he feels is true, and he tells the video part 1. So I assume he thinks that there's a part 2, and there may be more stuff that they've got on Louis that they're going to drop, maybe. All I can say is I have various sources, right? I can confirm a lot of the things Louis has said about those girls is pretty on point, right? And that's about all that's about all I can say legally. But if that's it's his opinion, that's fine, right? Because at the end of the day, two people can look at the same pile of evidence and come to different conclusions, right? I think that his stance on this, it comes across a little hypocritical to me, but at the same time, he comes across to me as a younger guy, right? He comes across to me as the type of person who does listen to emotional arguments, right? And I don't think he did this video because he's trying to, cancel Louis for his own clout. I don't think it's anything that sinister, right? I would say probably the most sinister thing is, at worst, maybe he's taking a stance on Louis because it's the safe stance to have, but I couldn't even say that definitively.
Well, I don't know. He probably believes it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
fucking matter because he's still gonna say something that you shouldn't have fucking said.
Yeah.
Definitively.
I'm just trying to be as
I know what
polite
you're
as I
doing.
can, right?
I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I am. Look, because people have issues with some of the things I say, and I'm okay with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I take issues with this video. I think that it is hypocritical. I think that, when he finishes it up by saying that this is true, this is a fact.
There
And
you go. That's my problem.
And when I go through, and when we go through the video together, we can poke holes in way too much of the things that he is taking at face value and taking as definitive factual statements, taking as like things that definitely happened, right? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I think TJ's video was rushed and is sloppy. That's just mine.
Really?
But he
I
is
just
also basing it off of his opinion from what's being shown. And I think he's not really looking into it into depth. But however, I also think that maybe possibly, I'm not 100%, he might have had someone tell him other things, thinking a certain prison mate. I'm not 100% on that. I can't tell, we'll never be able to tell probably, but that's just kind of my opinion of that, because this is what Ohm's been screeching about. He criticized Ohm, and now all of a sudden, for some reason, TJ has now like kind of gone back to what Ohm originally was like talking about with these like girls. So I don't know.
On top of that, he criticizes Keemstar constantly, right? And he even said one point where Keemstar and the drama alert dropped, and I think TJ said, he tweeted, he's like, just because this one thing is right doesn't mean everything else is correct. Some shit like that. I'm paraphrasing. But like, it's just disappointing. You know what I mean? That he goes on this video and he's like, these are all facts, when like, I feel he didn't cross-reference anything. I feel he didn't question anything. Like the questions we're asking or the reasons that it could be led to suspicious like belief, he didn't even throw out there. The leaked DMs that fucking Ohm gave us based on that shows conspiratorial behavior. Like you need to keep that in mind. That's important. They were in a group chat conspiring, getting things prepped. They prepped this shit early months on, dude. Like it's not right. We've never heard from the fucking victim. We don't know who the real victim is. How do we know these girls aren't doing what Ohm did to them, supposedly? How do we know they're not taking this victim story and making it about their agenda? We don't know that because we never heard from the fucking victim, unless TJ did, but he doesn't mention it. So,
I mean,
everyone can burn in hell. Fuck this.
like maybe, but again, like let's say TJ got into a call with Cyan. They're all on Discord together, and Cyan brings somebody in. That person goes, "I was the person in those conversations with fucking Louis."
TJ,
how do you prove that?
TJ,
like, how do you prove it?
Well,
that's true.
Well, TJ did say at the beginning or towards the beginning of his stream the other day that he has not talked to the girls. He has not talked to Louis. He is primarily just looking at this folder.
The doc? The doc?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, shit, that's even worse.
Yeah, look, I'll put it like this. And if you want me to put one thing where I don't think TJ's honest, I am almost 99.100% sure that the same person that reached out to me as a surrogate for those girls also reached out to TJ, right? I do, because that person also wanted me to go over the Google Doc and wanted more people to go over the Google Docs and wanted people to understand what those girls had been through, yada, yada, yada. And look, it's believable, right? When that person came forward. But then I got shown that I was getting fucking played, right? I got shown that they were fucking lying, right? Mm-hmm. I think that TJ went through the Google Doc, like you said. He rushed to make a statement on this, right? And I think it was the wrong one to make, right? I think that if this is his opinion, that's fine. But if he wants to come out and say that this is true, this is a fact, he should really correct that. Only because...
out of everything. That's my biggest problem. That's my biggest problem. That's what Keemstar would do.
Yeah. Oh God.
No, it is. But it is something Keemstar would do.
That's why I find it disappointing. Yeah. I find it very disappointing.
Yeah. And then if you argue with Keemstar, he'll just call you wrong. And you'll never get anywhere.
To sue you.
Yeah.
He'll call you a fanboy and then shut you up.
Oh, that though too.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that. You're just a bunch of Louis fanboys.
Yeah, totally. I've never heard of the guy until all this. Like fucking, I don't know anything about Louis.
I'm not even a boy.
I still say his last name wrong.
Calibre?
It's Spanish.
Calibre.
Yeah. Apparently it's Calibre.
Yeah, it's Calibre.
Come on, Calibre.
It's one of those ones.
Yeah.
Who knows? The one part you didn't play at the end there though is TJ saying that all they want is an apology and that you don't have to go back to that. But he says at the very end, it's like, oh, all they want is apology. Louis should just apologize. Okay.
All right. Listen. Because he said that, all right, I said I was 99.100. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that the same individual that reached out to me reached out to TJV, because that's what they kept telling me over and over and over again. So I know that if that's not
Oh,
video,
God.
that the same person that reached out to me reached out to TJV. So if he wants to come out and say he's never talked to those girls, factually accurate.
Hold on.
Factually accurate.
Never
but
talk to the
also-
victims. I don't know who you're referring to, but he said
And-
victims. So
and
if there's a
espérate.
Patsy,
Yeah, wait, look, is that Velocity
Nani?
HD? Is that the real Velocity in the chat?
I don't know who you're
I don't
talking to.
Velocity HD, dog. Starts with a V.
Who that?
well,
He
yeah,
says
I
he
don't know if
vouches
that's
for
them or not.
reasons. Yo, it's Velocity, dog. He's like,
Who? Okay, look, Velocity, I apologize.
Now
It's
Aura's
probably a really
fanboying.
big
There you
deal.
go.
Who is
See,
that?
that's how you know.
I just don't know who you are. I'm sorry.
I know exactly who Velocity is. I'll tell you later.
No, why don't you
Let
tell
me
me?
keep going.
Why don't you
Because
tell
if I'm choosing not to tell you now for a reason. So if I say I'll tell you later, I'll tell you
Uh-oh.
later.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I just
All right.
I just
All right. Okay.
I'm drinking an Angry Orchard and it's extra angry, dog. Don't fucking piss me off.
Hallie or Chrissy?
Huh?
Hey, you just put Hallie or Chrissy.
Oh, he's talking to somebody.
Oh.
He's talking to somebody in chat.
Okay. All right.
Somebody.
Look.
But,
I will
no,
just
yeah,
say,
it's like, no,
I
never
know
apologize,
for
never
certain.
apologize.
I know for fucking certain that because he put that in his video, I know for damn certain that the same person acting as a surrogate for those girls and repeating the shit those girls asked her to say reached out to this guy. So again, TJ, I get it. I know that factually you are being accurate when you say that you have not spoken with those girls, but fuck you. You spoken to a source who asked to keep their name out of it. I know that they did, but they reached out to you, and that's where your fucking video came from. I know that. I know that. I know that. Just like, dude, I'll own it. It's okay. You can fucking own it. But don't give me some bullshit. Oh, this is what I came to. This is why I'm doing it. No. They reached out to you, buddy. They did. I understand it. You're young. You'll get what you'll get. You'll get what I mean eventually when I say that you're young, because you are being fucking played, and it's very obvious as someone who they tried to do the same thing to. Oh, man.
Well, now.
What?
But can I go on to the reasons why? Can I go on to the reasons why you should never
Yes.
apologize?
Oh,
It's an
please
omittance
do.
of guilt. That is exactly what they're looking for. Do not do it. Never in the slightest do you apologize. There was a situation I met these two fools in where a man apologized. He has accusations of like rape and sexual harassment. He apologized if he made anyone feel uncomfortable. And they're like, he's admitting to rape
Mm-hmm.
and sexual
Yep,
harassment. That
and
is
they-
what
The
they took that
accusations were
as.
hugs, by the
You
way.
never, they're hugs. That's sexual
Yeah, they were
harassment. Are
hugs.
hugs.
Yeah.
So never fucking apologize ever. They will take that and run with it, and they will be like, "See, he admitted to it. He is guilty of everything that
Look at
we're saying
James
he
Charles.
is."
Look
And
at
that's
James
why you
Charles.
never
He's
fucking
done.
yeah, James Charles. That's why you
Mhm.
never fucking apologize, unless it's your mother. You apologize to your mother, but that's it.
I mean, maybe. Like,
Maybe your
I
mom.
don't know.
I don't know. I've met
No,
your mom.
don't apologize to your mother.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
God.
know about
I
that.
love Mama
My
Crow.
mom stole my money.
You be nice to Mama Crow. Okay, don't shut up.
So you should
But yes,
talk
never
to
apologize.
TJV and explain this. Look, I'll put it like this. And I actually I remember I spoke with somebody, and they told me I don't owe TJ anything.
Oh God. Oh God.
And I thought that was a little cold. And they were like, "Nope, you don't owe them anything." And I said, "Why?" It's like, "Do you think he would reach out to you and explain this stuff to you?" I said, "I don't know, maybe. He doesn't seem like an asshole." And he said, "That's not the point." So, look, I have no issues if TJ wants to talk about this publicly, right? And look, I'll even debate him on this stuff, like debate, haha.
Well,
But like
the problem,
we can talk
Right.
about it. Like I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to reach out to him in private about this. His video is public. I'm going to make my stance. Yep, I'm going to make my stance public too.
Here's the problem. It's on TJ to do his own research. You know what I mean? He has to. And there's more than enough research out there now, especially like when he popped onto the stream where we were talking about the leaked Ohm DMs. And he was named. He was there for that. They named him. They told Ohm to go talk to him and like stop him from thinking what he's thinking. You know?
Oh yeah.
Because like it wasn't
go talk
true.
to this
so
guy.
like,
tell him no.
you know, there's like what is it? People keep asking for interviews with Louis and shit, right? It's on John's channel. John has had Louis on his channel twice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Louis doesn't even say like, oh, defend me. He's like, honestly, just look at everything, come to your own conclusions, you know, look at everything carefully and pay attention. Like, think about it this way, right? You go to a magic show, they're not really flying, they're not making shit disappear. It's a trick, isn't it? I'll just put it that way. You know what I mean? Pay attention and you might catch the trick.
I thought magic was real. I thought magic was real.
I mean, with lots of like weed and acid, magic is all over the place with like acid and shit.
Oh my god.
So, but no, go ahead, continue. I'm done with my bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I just want to say, I am trying to handle this and be nice to TJ only because I don't think that he is a malicious person at all. But at the same time, this is a response to his video. Right, you can clearly see how easy it is to poke holes in it because we spent the entire time just doing that. Right, I think that if he wants to take this stance, that's on him. It's his opinion, and you have to respect someone's opinion even if they disagree with you. The only thing I will say is that it is an opinion, and if he does anything with that video at all, or listen to any advice from me at all, which he doesn't have to. It would be to remove the one part of the video where he says that it is a fact and it has been proven, because it hasn't. And that's the type of statement that can get you into some hot water later.
The fuck is that?
Just ignore it and entertain the audience.
Whatever.
Ignore the man behind the curtain as I show absolutely nothing on screen.
Whoa.
I don't even know what else we're going to talk about. Hello.
Give your opinions on someone.
On someone?
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus is a thief and a liar. I don't care for that man.
Wasn't John supposed to show up?
John is with his wife. John's with his wife. He's supposed to go fuck ourselves.
John is with the wifey. Wifey
John
takes privilege over streamy.
Yeah.
John is with his wife.
Yeah.
And they're eating PF Chang's, so.
Yeah, that's good.
It is good. They're living a better life.
It sounds like a good time, honestly. I could go for some of that actually right now.
You want to join John and his wife for PF Chang's? Is that what you're saying right now?
Oh, just the PF Chang's, of course.
I'm a little bit concerned with Sen now.
Come to his house. Hey, John.
Oh, no.
I don't know. Are we done here?
I think we're done. I think we're done. It's pretty bad.
We went over the video. Yeah. Oh God.
Should we just go over the
in 2 hours? Carl's gonna die.
Should we go over the entire drive, or was this basically the most essential part of the drive?
Look, I wanted to respond to the video here, only because
I want to do the drive. Just like I was like,
do you want to do the drive on Wednesday?
I don't know, man. I was like, this is the biggest part of the drive, really. Everything else is just like fluff and bullshit, in my opinion.
I mean, we could go over all the messages between Louis and the girls.
But like, why?
I don't know.
I mean, we can if you want to, but I'm like, dude, it's clear. Honestly, it's not healthy for them to sit down and compile a drive. Like, sit down and compile the shit and take it to your therapist and get over it. You really need to. I get, like, you're not happy with the guy. But, like, I've had shitty experiences with shitty exes, too. And I'm not sitting here conspiring. I'm like, oh, I need to get that junkie bitch. And I'm going to make a Google Drive on her. And this is when she was doing cocaine and, like, left the kids by themselves or some stupid shit like that. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm just going to let her fucking wallow in her misery and I'll go do my own thing. That's what you should fucking do. Let it go. Stop fucking sitting in group chats with all these crazy fucking YouTubers who fucking ruin their careers. Like Ohm Wrecker and fucking prison mate Luke. It's not doing anything for you. These accusations didn't do shit for you last year. They didn't do shit for you this year. So just fuck off. Like, there you go. My advice
Maybe
to you. Y'all
next
have a happy
year.
Hanukkah. Maybe next year, around summertime,
Next year.
where it's hot. It's very
Santa
hot,
might give you a present instead of coal.
Happy Hanukkah.
Dude, oh my God.
Hanukkah? It's Hanukkah?
I am not gonna lie. I've been paying attention to I have been paying attention to our chat tonight, and it is all over the place. It is all over the place.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Like,
I keep seeing it's like, oh, this is clickbait, and it's like,
Wait, what do
this
you
is
mean?
literally a video. We're literally going over a video about
Oh,
Louis, or something.
Yeah,
Video
the live stream is just clickbaiting Louis, bro. He's practically irrelevant to what they're talking about. Like the whole
This
thing
has
was about
literally
fucking
been
Louis.
irrelevant because he has an accusation against him about being involved with the underage individual.
The dude probably
The
got here
fuck
late.
you talking about? Did you watch the stream?
He probably got here late.
Yeah, no, I was just like,
Did you only see the dick pic?
No, he
Did
probably
you
got here
only
late.
see us talking about dick pics?
Leave the dude alone. He probably got here late. He probably doesn't know what's going on.
And we're like,
They feel
Louis
they
not
feel
on
ripped
the
off 'cause
stream.
They thought Louis was gonna be here. That's why.
Oh no. He put it.
Did he
put
say
it
he was
Instagram
going to
Live.
be here? Did anyone say Louis was going to be here?
I did not fucking say
Louis,
Louis.
listen. Louis put it on the Instagram
I
page.
disavow.
Yeah.
He shouted
So
us out.
Thank
Oh,
you,
wow.
Louis. That's
Thank
nice
you.
of you.
Yeah, that was nice.
Head
of him.
pats for Louis. Thank you, Louis.
Please let everyone know next time that you're not going to be here, so they don't get mad at us. That'd be great.
Yeah, fuck man.
Tell Louis not to clickbait anyone, that he is not going to be here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was not me.
This Louis
That
sent
was not me.
people.
I disagree,
Look,
Kayla.
I blame
and
Louis.
Disavow, but
Look,
we're
I thank Louis and I blame Louis.
Here, let me just put it like this: if you
Twitter
like
is mad.
Louis or you hate Louis, right? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, evidence is evidence, right? The
Yeah.
problem with TJV's video, again, if these are his opinions, fine, but he makes definitive statements and he calls this stuff fact. He's saying that this did happen, that it is true, and I'm like, you are not there at all, right? The same issue I have with those girls doing that Google Doc. When I found out the prison mate Luke was involved in it, right? Automatic red flag right there.
Dude, is that my cousin?
Who?
Is that my fucking cousin? Highlight that Anthony Munoz over there. I want to see that. Is that my cousin?
Who?
Saying it's a waste of his time? Like, yo, hold on.
I don't see this person.
You look for that motherfucker. I want to see. It's like, oh my god, I think that's my cousin.
Oh,
Anthony
God.
Munoz,
Well, now
are
you
you
just
my cousin?
exposed yourself.
said hi.
Now you just exposed yourself, though.
How? Oh, I think it is. It is.
It is your cousin. Holy shit.
Is that my cousin?
It is.
Which one? The one that you like or you don't like?
No, this one's cool. I like this one.
If it's the one you think it is.
Yo, if you're my cousin, prove it. Just fucking prove it right now. It's probably fucking.
What
it's probably
happened
one
at
of
the
those fucking
family
Kiwi
reunion?
bitches. Yeah. Like fucking.
You can prove it. You just have to send Aura a dick pic. He knows what it looks like.
No.
No, I really
No.
don't. I don't touch
Oh,
cousins.
God,
I don't touch.
you-
I don't touch
oh,
wieners
God,
with my
no.
cousins, bro. That's not okay. I
No.
don't do that.
Jesus. Fuck.
All right,
I
guys. We're
disagree
playing.
and I disavow. We're out of here. Just do the thing. Are you doing
Play
the
a
thing?
fucking song. Play a fucking song and let's get the fuck out of here.
The friggin' frog's gay. Do you
Why this
There you go.
one? Ah,
turn the friggin' frog's gay? Shit's crap gay. Frog's friggin' frog's found. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like a frog. Gay. Friggin' frogs. Frogs. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs? It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you.